I welcome you to the Messiah channel. We are an end time channel, and today we are asking a question. Are the Native Americans also Hebrews? And the question is important because I posted a video, and in that video, I described a vision where I saw the Lord destroying or punishing United States because of how the United States abused, enslaved, and maltreated the African Americans and also the Native Americans. In that video, I saw a land of trees, and the trees were cleared in a very short time, in minutes. And I saw an African American woman. I knew her by name, Miss Morgan, and I also saw a Native American. I didn't know this person. And my conclusion is that God will judge America because of how America maltreated, mistreated, and enslaved the African Americans who are Hebrews and the Native Americans. I received comments about that video, and so this particular video is done to respond to those comments. And three comments are important here. The first person commented that if the Native Americans are Hebrews, how come they have not shown that they came by ships? And so one criteria is that for you to claim you are a Hebrew, you should show the ship that brought you to the place where you are. And the second comment also said that by revelation given to this person, the Native Americans are not Hebrews. And the person advised me to seek validation from God before I make any comment claiming or supporting the idea that the Native Americans are Hebrews. This comment, and this person also said that for the Native Americans, or for that matter, any person to claim to be a Hebrew, it is not enough to experience certain things that are enumerated in Deuteronomy 28. You must fit all the curses enumerated in Deuteronomy chapter 28. And the last comment said that, oh, the Native Americans are Hebrews because there are records showing that the artifacts belonging to Native Americans that have the 10 commandments on them. The 10 commandments in the Old Testament are found in some artifacts belonging to the Native Americans. And so in this video, we are focusing on a research that I did to verify the information as to whether the Native Americans are Hebrews. You have to remember the Lord warned us in Revelation 2.9 and Revelation 3.9 that there are some people who claim to be Hebrews. They are not, but they are a synagogue of Satan. So let's look at the evidence, or quote unquote alleged evidence. And these researchers they conclude that the Native Americans are Hebrews, and they were in America before the white people came to settle in North America, United States, the New World. Evidence number 1. Newark, holy stones. This artifact is found in a city in Ohio called Newark, and it is a stone, and they call it the Decalogue stone. The Decalogue is the 10 Commandments, and so it is an indication that because there's a stone in Newark, Ohio, that has the 10 Commandments, I believe, written in Hebrew, it is an evidence that the Native Americans are Hebrews. The second evidence is found in Lake Superior, and the researchers are saying that um, the 5 books of Moses are found among these artifacts. And the third evidence are artifacts in New Mexico that also is copies of the 10 Commandments found in New Mexico that is in the United States. And according to this researcher, it's a video that I watched. This particular monument in New Mexico was vandalized in 2006. There's also the issue of the Cheyenne tribe. I'm not sure whether I'm pronouncing the name right. The Cheyenne tribe is one of the tribes of New Mexico, and they have customs similar to the Hebrews in the New Testament. And according to this research, Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, gave a land to the Cheyenne tribe in Israel, obviously because the Israeli government has concluded that the Cheyenne tribes are Hebrews, or probably they will not call them Hebrew, they'll call them Jews, because of the similarity between the Jewish culture and the Cheyenne tribe culture. It's ironic that Israel for a long time denied residency to the African Americans who are Hebrews who went to settle in Israel in the 1960s. And the Israeli government did not want to recognize them as true Israelites. But I'm wondering why Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel, will give land to the Cheyenne tribe who are Native Americans. And according to the research, the head of the Cheyenne tribe some years ago, he was forced to change his name, and he didn't want to do that. He didn't do it. His name is Ben White Shield, and the name Ben, the Native American claim is a Hebrew name, and the Europeans wanted him to change his name, and he refused. And they also wanted to force him to sign a document, and the signing of the document would have given the permission to give Native American lands to the white settlers who came to North America. As you are aware, in 1830, American government signed a law, the Indian Removal Act, 1830, Indian Removal Act, and that act passed by the U.S. Congress justified the dispossession of the Native Americans, taking them out of their land and taking their property and moving them to other parts of America so that the settlers would take the land from the Native Americans. And they moved them to the other side of Arkansas, Missouri, and Iowa. And some researchers refer to this movement of the Native Americans as the Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears, Trail, Trail of Tears. tears coming from your eyes. And definitely the Native Americans were more treated, and they were not treated fairly at all. And the place where they are, they were forced to settle in other places. Their lands were taken away from them. And American scholars also deny their claim that the Hebrews, and they also denied their claim that the experiences that they went through are genocide. American scholars and European scholars, most of them want the word genocide to refer to only one experience that happened in Europe. They want the word Holocaust to refer to only one experience that happened in Europe. But the conditions that the Native Americans went through, you can describe it as a Holocaust. You can also describe it as a genocide. And according to research, they lost about 1.3 million acres of land. I'm not sure whether it is a true assessment, but definitely the Native Americans went through ethnic cleansing, genocide, Holocaust. And the book has been written about the experience of the Native Americans. The title of the book is America Holocaust, the destruction of America's native peoples. The book was written by David Stannard. He's a white man, and he published a book in 1992 on Columbus Day. Symbolically, he was saying that there are falsehood in the writings of Christopher Columbus, who falsely claimed that he discovered North America before Columbus. People came. They came before Columbus. There were some people already in the land before the man Columbus came in. There is denial by Western scholars. They deny that the Native Americans went through a Holocaust or a genocide. They also deny that the Native Americans are Hebrews. Definitely, there are a lot of people who also deny that the Negroes are Hebrews. And they also deny that the Negroes went through Holocaust. They deny that the Hebrews went through genocide. The experiences that the Black Americans, the African Americans went through are similar to the experiences that the Native Americans went through. I'm not trying to compare the experiences, but I want to remind you that in the vision that I referred to in my earlier video, I saw the desolation of America, where a land full of trees, the trees were taken down, and it happened in about a minute, very, very fast. And I conclude that God is going to judge America because of how America treated the Negroes who are Hebrews, and how the Americans, the Europeans rather, treated the Native Americans. The only piece left is whether the Native Americans are Hebrews. I know by revelation that the African Americans are Hebrews, and this revelation is supported by documents and and um, um, and research. And so I'm 100% sure. I've not had a direct revelation that the Native Americans are Hebrews, but um, the research that I've done, they point to that fact, and it could be contested. So if you have any comments about what I have presented so far, you can give your comments. The person who said that the Native Americans are not Hebrews said that some black Hebrew Israelites claim that the Native Americans are Hebrews. And this person believed that that is not the case, because this person say there was a revelation given to uh, that person that the Native Americans are not Hebrews. What do you think? Are the Native Americans Hebrews? One thing is very sure. What is clear to me is that the Lord is going to judge America because of how America treated the Negroes who are Hebrews, and how America treated the Native Americans. Definitely, you have seen through this presentation that um, pursuant to the 1830 Native Americans Removal Act, the settlers dispossessed the Native Americans of their land, and their resources were taken away from them. And God will judge those rich people, oppressors who defraud people of their labor. And I cited the scripture from James chapter 5 to support my argument. And so the question still remains, are Native Americans Hebrews? Do you have any comment? If you have, you can pin the comments down for me to do further research about it. Judgment on America for genocide, judgment on America for pride, judgment on America for enslaving the Hebrews who are children of Jacob. These are end time events, and don't let any argument confuse you. Who is Hebrew and who is not Hebrew? If you are Hebrew, you should be aware you are Hebrew and prepare. The most important thing is to prepare, and the most important thing is for you to know that the final trumpet of heaven has sounded, and the Lord who scattered you will gather you. Jeremiah 31 verse 10 is talking to you. I'm leaving the links to this video in the description box, and I urge you to subscribe to the channel and spread the information, spread the gospel, spread the revelation to all the four corners of the earth. Native Americans also Hebrews? What do you think? Thank you for watching this video.